The NSE All Share Index is down marginally in early trade on the first trading day for this week. Rotimi Fakoyejo, Managing Director at Enterprise Capital Partners, joins me now to review midday trading activity. Rotimi, thank you very much for joining us. And of course, the biggest news today is the GDP rebasing. And to what extent is this impacting trading activity today? I guess it's early days, but definitely big news for the market to digest.
Well, it is a big news, and everybody is excited about it, but it's yet to have an impact on the market. Well, just as you said, the market is about 0.07% down during midday, and I think some securities have the price of some securities went down, and we have seen some improvement in some others.
Okay, so your take, though, about how the market trades from here. We're going further into the second quarter. It's had a pretty good start. Last week, it was up about 1%. Do you think that move is sustainable?
Well, in my own perception of the market, and maybe having analyzed the performance in the first quarter, to me, I believe there is every likelihood that the second quarter is going to be much better than what we saw in the first quarter.
Why will it be better? Will it be the Q1 numbers? Is that what you're looking forward to give this market a bit of a lift?
Well, to an extent, there was a lot of selling pressure in the first quarter, with a lot of reasons being adduced to that. But I think such selling pressure has subsided, and I believe by the time the Q1 results are out, it's definitely going to bring about a further upward movement in the market index, and at the same time, sustainability.
Which sectors do you think will benefit from that move if we see it play out as you are suggesting? Will it be the banking sector? We know it's underperforming the broader market right now.
Well, I think the banking sector will also still see some positive trend. Then more so, we're going to see more positive trend coming from the industrial goods and the consumer goods.
All right, we'll see if it plays out as you suggest. But looking at earnings news today, we see Access Bank has reported. We see profits down about 7%. How is the market reacting to this?
Well, the market is very, very rash. Right now, it's trading on offer, having lost about 4.84%. And I think everybody is worried of that result, in spite of the fact that they have earlier paid a dividend of 25 kobo, now paying additional 35 kobo, making an aggregate of about a cumulative of 60 kobo. Investors are not taking it in good light. And I think what is more worrisome is a kind of decline in their profitability. And I think this may not abate in the first quarter by the time we see the Q1 results.
Right. We've seen quite a few results from the banks. Are you still bullish about the banks, though? We've seen a pretty mixed picture, but no very fantastic growth numbers coming out of the bank at all. I guess that was expected given the impact of monetary tightening last year. But overall, what's your thoughts on the numbers we've seen from the banking sector?
To me, I think, to be sincere with you, we've seen very good figures for a good number of them. At least even as there isn't much growth in their figures, but the sustenance of the previous figures is quite worthwhile and acceptable to the market. Having put into perspective various reforms that have gone down within the monetary policies, and I think going forward, they've really come out to acclimatize with those policies. And by the time we enter into the first quarter, by the time we enter into the second quarter fully, we are definitely going to see much adjustment in their figures, and that those adjustments are definitely going to be positive for a good number of the banks.
All right, let's still talk about this GDP rebasing, the GDP getting a major boost after the rebasing exercise was completed and announced this weekend. It really does makes us think about the potential for more companies to get listed on the exchange. Of course, the market cap to GDP number has been trimmed significantly because the GDP has gone up so much. So your take about the potential for new listings, for more companies to get on this market?
Well, I think the management of Nigeria Stock Exchange, they are making frantic efforts to get a good number of companies listed. But I think that effort has to be increased in order for us to have a meaningful result. And I think with Seplat Petroleum coming on board among the companies listed on the exchange, and maybe a few others coming shortly after, we are definitely going to see that the contribution of the capital market to the GDP increasing. And I think the current trend that we are seeing, the rebasing, is definitely there will be an adjustment, and the impact is not going to be as much felt as the way the capital market contribution has now been reduced significantly. But I think with more listing, we're going to see better things coming.
Final point, and very quickly, your take on what this could mean for foreign investors' flows into Nigeria's equity market. What are your expectations there?
Well, I think to an extent, it has increased the perception. It has given more positive perception about the Nigerian economy. But I think a few things that will still be a thing of worry are the infrastructural development of the country, the corporate governance, business processes, which a lot still has to be done about. But I think even all those ones still be in place, we are still going to have a situation whereby the foreign investors are going to be better attracted to the Nigerian market than in the past because of this new rebasing.